From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. Wind and heat turned what was a fairly controlled wildfire into an imminent threat to Labrador City in just a matter of hours. An evacuation order sent more than 7,000 Labrador City residents on a 6-hour drive overnight to flee the flames. Newfoundland and Labrador Premier Andrew Furey says this wildfire season has been more aggressive.
But where we are is we're significantly higher on the area that's been burned, so we're about double the number of hectares burned at this point in the year than we would typically see.
Labrador City evacuees were asked to head east to Happy Valley Goose Bay, about 530 kilometers away, with only one spot to gas up along the way. Victoria's police chief says firefighters and paramedics will no longer respond to calls in a specific neighborhood without police backup. Police say paramedics were flagged down on Pandora Avenue about a man needing medical attention, who they say allegedly hit and kicked a paramedic. The department says a crowd of about 60 increasingly hostile people surrounded emergency responders and police. Police Chief Del Manick says Thursday's attack was just the latest incident of increasing aggression toward emergency personnel. Residents of Quebec's Laurentian region will get their say on plans for a mine that has links to the U.S. Pentagon. Lamico Metals wants to mine graphite, one of the world's most sought-after critical minerals. Graphite's a key element in building electric vehicles, but also things like fighter aircraft, submarines, and artillery. Lamico received more than $11 million for the project from the United States Department of Defense. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says it isn't yet known whether Hamas's military commander was killed in an airstrike on southern Gaza. Hamas has rejected Israel's claim Mohammed Deif was in the area. He's believed by Israel to be one of the chief architects of the October 7th attacks. The airstrike was one of the war's deadliest so far, with the Gaza Health Ministry reporting 90 killed and at least 300 others injured. That's the sound of Israeli protesters rallying in Tel Aviv to demand Hamas release all the remaining hostages that were kidnapped in the October 7th attacks. The demonstrators also want Prime Minister Netanyahu to resign and call new elections. A smoking laptop has prompted an evacuation of an American Airlines flight.
3 people were injured evacuating an American Airlines flight in San Francisco after a laptop started smoking in a passenger's bag Friday. American Airlines says passengers were boarding the Miami-bound plane when the crew reported the smoking laptop. They had to evacuate via emergency slides and jet bridge. Officials say one person was taken to the hospital, 2 others treated at the scene. The FAA is investigating. I'm Julie Walker.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Canada finishes off its impressive run at the Copa America soccer tournament later when it faces Uruguay in the third-place game in Charlotte, North Carolina. In the CFL, it's a battle of the best in the West tonight as the BC Lions host the Saskatchewan Roughriders. The Toronto Blue Jays look to rebound as they continue a 3-game road series with the Arizona Diamondbacks. And in tennis action, Barbora Krejcikova has secured her second Grand Slam title with a win over Jasmine Paolini at Wimbledon. Krejcikova won 6-2, 2-6, 6-4.
I don't have any words right now. I don't have any words. It's just unreal what just happened. It's definitely the best day of my tennis career and also the best day of my life.
She's the 8th woman to win Wimbledon in the last 8 years. She won the French Open in 2021. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.